So I was incarcerated when I was about 20 years old. I came out of prison not really having that skill set to learn how to live life as a, so to speak, adult.
So I ended up crashing with a friend in Portland, which kind of did not work out. So I ended up at the rescue mission for about a week or so. Eventually, I had went to the Employment Access Center.
I came here from a different state, and then I've been here for a year. I'm now working. I got a friend, he told me about the ERCO.
So I was on the verge of being kicked out and being homeless again, because previously, before I got employed and got my apartment, I was homeless for 2 years and paying people to sleep on their couches.
So essentially, I found myself kind of struggling to find help, support. I needed to have someone to guide me. And my PO thought it was good to refer me to the Employment Access Center.
And one of the places that my counselor took me to was Southeast WorkSource Center, where I met Cindy Pollard.
I was released from a federal prison camp for women, and I arrived here with a pair of flip-flops, a pair of shorts, and a t-shirt, and a little bag, and $13.
The impact of homelessness is broad, deep, and community-wide. Homelessness increases demands on emergency services and the justice system, and can lead to joblessness and other costs for local government. The trauma of losing one's home and possessions undermines one's sense of self-worth and subjects the individual to very real physical dangers and emotional trauma. Yet individuals have enormous capacity to persevere and work hard. They take steps needed to increase their income and stabilize their lives, especially in order to maintain their housing. Within the program, they have up to 3 years to work on their career goals, which may include basic skills gains, soft skills development, occupational skills training, job readiness training, and job search assistance. Low-income residents benefit when public systems work together in a coordinated fashion. Given the current housing crisis in Multnomah County, it's important that the housing and employment systems collaborate in order to prevent homelessness and stretch available housing support dollars. Aligning services with a person-centered approach rather than organizing them around a single system allows us to better support housing insecure individuals to become self-reliant through employment. Having housing stability allows participants to focus on career goals that will lead to career track employment with wages sufficient to meet the ever-rising cost of housing within the region. The Economic Opportunity Program, EOP, gives low-income individuals the opportunity and assistance that is often needed to develop career goals that lead to self-sufficiency and subsequent housing stability. EOP participants work with career coaches and community-based organizations to create career plans and access vocational training to gain living wage employment and to stabilize their housing. The following success stories illustrate the importance the EOP plays in our community.
I was incarcerated at Coffee Creek for about 2 years, and I was released early this January, and so that's how I encountered Cindy Pollard, my career coach at Southeast Works. She helped me connect to resources that I could use. I was engaged in the rental assistance program for about 8 months, I believe. My first and last month's rent, as well as the security deposit, was covered. That was, just took a weight off my chest. I needed a lot of support. And I think the biggest problem for me, or the thing I needed the most help with, was really that kind of personal connection to help me understand how to tackle this, because the problem seemed so huge. And it was tremendous.
I ended up going to the rescue mission. It's the only place I had left. I was there for about, I think 2 or 3 weeks before going to the Clark Center. I had met Trent. I was able to help me find a apartment. From July, August, and September was completely rent-free. So it just enabled me to just accumulate income, just save up as much money as possible. I know that I want to eventually transfer to PSU, maybe have my degree within 5 years from now. It's a good program for those who really want to get their lives on track. If it works for me, it can work for anyone.
They pay me for rent, and then I pay from the rent money to child care, because we don't know that much for Portland. We are new. That's, has make me free to take a class too. It's not make me stress or anything. I'm not worried, and then I just focus on my class. And then the other things, they pay for the child care, I'm glad I came here. Yeah, I wanna work like with a healthy career and then take next level, like maybe LPN, CNA2, and then I'm helping myself and my kids make change with my life. That's big, that's a lot. Thank you.
This program really helped me stay stable as far as keeping a roof over my head. I heard about it word of mouth, and I called Tiana. I applied, and she was, really excited to help me. And, there were times where I was working, a graveyard shift, and I couldn't meet her. So she was able to come out and meet me. She was able to, get me transportation, get me bus tickets. Currently, I have 3 job opportunities for really good potential long-term jobs. And it's because of this program that I was able to have these things happen for me. And I don't know what my alternative plan would have been, and that's the honest truth. It is a necessary program because I am not the only one who has these barriers, and I'm not the only one who needs help. And help the program grow more so that we can help more people and we can have a happier community.
After being incarcerated for so long, once I got back out, I needed to find help, assistance, and I was able to find it with the EOP and John Cairns and Human Solutions. They helped me with moving, which is first and last month's deposit, and then they helped me several months after. They want to help you to get into a stable position to where you're comfortable paying rent. I didn't even know that there was help like that out there. John helped me to think of the brighter future. I'm kind of thinking about becoming an electrician, and that'll put me in a stable position to where I can feel comfortable. I don't have to struggle through life. I even have a kid. That's why I want to get myself completely stable. It's hard for anybody to ask for anything. The best thing to do is just to take it. It will make your life easier and help you get on your feet. Now I feel like I'm onto a brighter future.
Well, I was very surprised when I found out they have a whole program that deals with folks like me coming out of incarceration to transition into the community. And right away, some of those things that Cindy helped me with was basic hygiene, voucher for that, to go and get those things like shampoo, conditioner, laundry soap. She was able to help me with a voucher for clothing because I had no clothing. I'd been incarcerated for a very long time. And we also created a resume. Being an iron worker, that's the trade that I went into, there's a lot more different things that are way more expensive because of the safety that's needed behind that. So with a combination of everybody, Cindy was able to get me the proper boots, my proper rain gear, and then I met with a really amazing lady, Sarah Rodriguez at Human Solutions. So then I was able to move in and have my own place for the first time pretty much ever in my life. 2 weeks into being on the job site, my partner got fully pinned and I got slammed sideways. We were both taken to the hospital. The interesting thing is Sarah called me and I explained to her the situation. She goes, "Oh my gosh, you know what? We can help you for another couple months." And the thing that I realized is all of these programs, they don't ever walk away from you. It's us who walk away from them. Those programs have made me successful, and that funding behind it has made me successful. We are the people that are building these amazing hotels and houses and infrastructures that you're walking on or going to work to, and you will not be disappointed. You won't. For me, sitting here, there's another 100, 200, 300 other men and women that feel the same way that I do right now if they were given the opportunity.
I went to a federal halfway house. I began looking for employment because I wanted to get to work immediately, and I was referred to Wade. Wade was wonderful. He took a person who had a pair of jeans on that didn't fit, a big t-shirt, and all her teeth knocked out, and not a dime to her name. He helped me get health insurance. He helped me get my teeth repaired so I can smile again. And then he began to try to rehab me enough to go out to a job interview. He got me involved with Dress for Success. I was able to acquire employment at a car warehousing facility where I've worked for over a year. Wade and I then established a plan where I would go and set a long-term goal. My goal is to become a truck driver. I have at least 6 job offers of around $6,000 a month. That's unbelievable for making $9.75 when I first arrived. He helped me get housing, which I would have never been able to pay for. He helped me make the journey back to me and to be myself. You have to come here, you have to be serious about what you want. If you're not willing to go out every day and look for a job, if you're not willing to participate in the programs, then you shouldn't come here. But if you're willing to do those things, this is the perfect place for you. My hope is that they fund this program and fund it well, because it helps a lot of people.
EOP and rent assistance is guided by 4 principles. Increased income improves housing outcomes through placement into housing, housing stability and retention, and homelessness prevention. Families and individuals who are working on employment need housing stability. Intensive relationship-based support and culturally responsive approaches are required to effectively serve diverse groups who experience a wide range of barriers to employment. Systems-level alignment produces better outcomes for people involved and is a more cost-effective use of community-wide funding resources. EOP began with funding from the City of Portland, Prosper Portland, and Work Systems. EOP has grown to include other funding partners, including A Home for Everyone, Multnomah County's Department of Community Justice, the United States Department of Agriculture through the SNAP 50/50 Match Program, and the United States Department of Health and Human Services through the Health Profession Opportunities Grant.